Okay. Well, now I've just woken everybody, I guess, because, well, unless they don't have notifications on, well, then you're lucky. Okay, well, first of all, oh, this speaker is so hard to get at. Okay, get just volume on the speaker, and hopefully the camera's still turning on the speaker. So we'll see you first. I doubt we'll be here. Let's go for it. Probably not gonna be able to do this good. Yeah, just me so far. No, it's good. It's running well. Weird.
I'm sorry, but there was never enough room on this stage for both of us.
Fuck you. No. Never. Oh, please.
He pieced the remains together. I want to hear the story.
You knew I'd get you.
I will do 51-21. Or no, not 51. 51. Showtime is only after these actually 3 ends, so that's gonna be interesting.
I know how much you like to fight, so I'll add a new problem to your night.
Jar, what can I do for ya?
Looks like something bad happened.
Now, who the hell was it? That's a good question. Well, they were on 5. So it's a 1 in 7 chance it could be Fredbear. I guess.
Now I will tell you.
I mean, like, maybe it's...
If I get jump scared,
So we're gonna still keep him on.
I have something to tell you.
There just isn't room in here.
Still need to figure out who this guy is. Like, who's at it? Not even joking. Who's at it? I do want to find this out.
It is the remains. He promised me.
The others are like animals.
Oh, this is so hard. I don't feel like removing the character though. Like, it's gotta be somebody. Who could it be? Or maybe it's Mandarin.
that game was totally real.
I still want to figure out. Okay, I think I know how I can do this. I'll have to hit a button 50 times.
You knew I'd get you eventually.
Oh, and either way, I'm gonna die from Foxy. Oh. Oh, we just made Toy Bonnie better, harder, whatever. Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's bullshit. Okay. Still nobody on the stream. Okay, okay.
Show times are on the hour. Not a moment before.
Oh shit. There's 2 a.m.
Yar, who touched me bird? This time.
Some guy. Whoa.
Now I will tell you a story.
Okay, 1 a.m. Okay.
It's not my fault.
Funtime Foxy is gonna be so irritating. What time is 2 a.m.? Crap.
always come back.
Okay. Hello, Jenna Lynn. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. Welcome to the stream. Very nice to see you here, but if I seem tired, I'm not really sure if I do look that tired or not. But okay, great. But I stayed up like really late. Yeah, I literally have stayed up all night, so. It's currently 4 AM. I do look far away? Okay, interesting. Oh, crap, that was close. Okay, man.
How unfortunate. Uh-oh, how unfortunate. I'm gonna do a sneaky thing and throw a new contender in the ring.
With Freddy, I forgot about you.
That's what you get for leaving me hanging.
It's all-nighter? Yeah, it was an all-nighter. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so Jacko Chico was set to 5. That's what happened. Okay. Yeah, because I really want. Oh my god. Yeah. I just laid down and just like in my bed back there and just really just watched videos. Just stupid YouTube videos all night. Like, I mean, like, pretty much me in a nutshell, but now here I am live streaming, but
You piece the remains together.
yeah, I'm trying to beat 51 mood, so all 50 set to 1 difficulty. Jeez. Insanity so far. Like, a lot of people are doing this crap. Okay, let's use the heater.
Uh-oh, how unfortunate. Uh-oh.
Oh crap, there's Bonnie right there.
I know how much you like to fight, so I'll add a new problem to your night.
Oh no, it was Shadow
What
Bonnie!
can I do for ya?
Don't get distracted.
Oh my god, this is insanity. Oh no! Okay, BRB. Okay. Okay, BRB. Okay, I'll see you for a second. I'll see you in a second, I guess. Why don't you fall asleep? I'm not really that tired. I mean, like, I could. Jesus, yeah, it takes so long for them to always. Just to make sure. Okay. Oh my god. What time is it? 3 AM. That gives me.
how unfortunate. Uh-oh, how unfortunate. I'm gonna do a sneaky thing and throw a new contender in the ring.
Come closer. Help me count my teeth.
She actually didn't even add in anything because I got jump scared before then. But and Nightmare Baby is so annoying because you flash a flashlight on him and you're screwed as. Camera 3. Okay. Showtime is 2 a.m.
Yar, me bird likes you. So I'll do ye a...
Nightmare Bond. Okay, so the ones that need plushies are the hardest ones. I hate them so much. Oh. They are the most difficult ones to get. Just
Yar, what can I do for you?
why did I?
Come closer.
Okay, Fitzcharles, I do not remember you, but it's nice to see you. Yes, who are you? Fitzcharles, oh crap, okay, currently I'm doing 51 mode, I don't really remember you. Oh, you switched your account? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I kind of had an idea. Damn it! Oh my god, already. With Freddy. Okay. That's the first thing you gotta do in this night.
That game was total.
No, Toy Freddy is one. He shouldn't be changing so much. Yeah, I'm doing it all later, and it's 4 a.m. So like, well, it's nearly 5 now. So I've already just sat and watched YouTube videos all night. Okay. What the hell? It's 5 a.m. Yeah, it's 5 a.m. Around. It's like 4:45. He shouldn't be that active. Like, I find that very strange.
Me bird likes you, so I'll do ye a favor.
Holy crap. Oh my god. It's 2 a.m. here? Okay, yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Like, their stands up. Oh my god, wait. Oh crap. Nap office. Psst. Oh, you're Pacific time or whatever. Pacific Standard Time. Tell me a secret, like, what the hell are you doing? And then I realized, oh. That's good. Yeah, Pacific Standard Time. Okay, that makes more sense.
Uh-oh, how unfortunate. Uh-oh, how unfortunate. I know how much you like to fight, so we'll add a new problem to your night.
Yar, who touched me bird?
No. No! I almost got a plushie! So what's the time zone? Whichever one is 2 hours ahead of you. I live in Mississippi. I live in St. Louis, Missouri. So I live in the U.S. and it's St. Louis, Missouri. There you go. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, 1 a.m. is showtime. grab the music box.
Yar, who touched me bird?
Okay, so House Number
Looks
it's
like
good.
something bad happened.
This is a really amazing game. This is good. But holy crap, the plush thing is so unfair. I do not have time to buy them. Can you just buy them anytime? Oh, hello. Yeah, let me read this. Right hall. Right hall. You saw money off the store. Yeah, these. Yeah.
Hey, I want to tell you something.
That.
Excuse me, can you come a little closer?
Oh, freaking.
Now I will tell you a story.
So done with Freddy. Try a challenge? Well, I really want to try and beat 50-20 mode because I have a feeling I could.
Hey, down here. Hello, I wanted.
I could probably do a challenge standard because this is kind of getting a bit just really damn ridiculous. Okay, good. Ooh. Ooh. Crap. Oh no! Give me a damn fast coin!
I guess you forgot about me.
I didn't! To get the fast coins are fucking impossible to get! Fine, I'll do a challenge. I'll do a small little challenge. Wasn't I gonna do, like... Wasn't I gonna complete this? I think I was gonna complete this. I was also kinda going to go for Bear's Attack 3, but that was kinda hard. So let's go for Ladies Night 1. Let's go by Hippo. It's a good jump scare. Okay. I'll do that after. It's so nice when, you know,
me bird.
Wait, who the hell's the new contender? Oh crap! Get over here! Get over here!
Yarg, how may I be of service to ya?
He promised to never leave.
Okay, get killed by hippo with a good jump scare. Okay, so let's set hippo to 20. Yeah, that's true. Hey! Over here! Hey! Over here!
Well, it seems that your journey has ended. Very sorry about that. It was always going to end this way, of course. If it weren't by me, it would have just been by some other, terrible thing. Just, you could not imagine how terrible it would be. Just, I get scared thinking about it. I'm glad it's not me. It reminds me of a time I was speaking to my good friend Orville. We were sitting on a park bench watching the pigeons. I was on the left, he was on the... Oh, wait, was I on the right or left? Anyways, it doesn't matter. We were sitting on there watching the pigeons. And I said to Orville, "Friend, those birds are frozen." And he kind of looked at me like I'd lost my mind. But I reminded him that it was winter, and often birds will sit in a tree until they freeze. And then they sort of fall to the ground until the sun warms up and they can, move around again. So I said to Orville, "You might as well save those breadcrumbs until the birds thaw, because they can't very well enjoy them in the condition they're in." To which he asked what I meant, and asking what condition the crumbs should be in before he threw them to the birds, assuming that I meant the birds couldn't enjoy the breadcrumbs in the condition that the crumbs were in, when in fact I had meant the birds could not enjoy them in the condition that the birds were in, considering that the birds were frozen. So he took a moment and then threw his last handful onto the ground. I said to him, "Orville, why did you throw the breadcrumbs to the birds when I just told you they're frozen?" To which he responded, "The breadcrumbs are not frozen." Again, misunderstanding my words. I didn't mean to say that the breadcrumbs were frozen when I said I told you they're frozen. I'd been referring to the birds. In hindsight, what I should have said was, and this would make perfect sense, "Why did you throw the breadcrumbs to the birds when the birds are frozen?" He misunderstood upon my correction, stating that he didn't know what else to do with the breadcrumbs, and that perhaps, when the birds thawed, they'd still be able to eat the crumbs. So I said to Orville, and this is what I said to him, I said, "Orville, the birds may be dead."
I can't believe I have to listen to another. Get me. Hey, I'm over Right here. Ah, hit me. Everyone has one. I know that, but Mr. Hippo's is special. Because it's like legit an entire story.
My friend, you have met a terrible, terrible demise. But, you know, I don't feel too bad about it. After all, if it weren't from me, it would have just been from someone else, you know? I guess what I'm trying to say is life goes on. Well, for everyone else, life goes on, not for you. You're dead. But that's neither here nor there. It reminds me of one summer day in the park. I was having just a delightful picnic with my good friend Orville. And I said to him, Orville, I have a story. And he said to me, what's the significance of the story? And I said to him, Orville, not every story has to have significance, you know? Sometimes a story is just a story. If you try to read into every little thing and find meaning in everything anyone says, you'll just drive yourself crazy. I had a friend do it once. Wasn't pretty. We talked about it for years. And not only that, but you'll likely end up believing something you shouldn't believe and thinking something you shouldn't think, or assuming something you shouldn't assume, you know? Sometimes, I said, a story is just a story. So just be quiet for 1 second of your life and eat your sandwich, okay? Of course, it was only then I realized I made sandwiches, and poor Orville was having such difficulty eating it. Elephants have those clumsy hands, you know? Actually, I suppose that's the problem. They don't have hands at all, do they? They're all feet. And I couldn't imagine someone asking me to eat a sandwich with my feet. Now, if I recall correctly, there was a bakery nearby. I said to him, Orville, let me go get you some rye bread. Now, I'm unsure if elephants enjoy rye bread, but I assure you that Orville
hippos
does.
don't have hands. Hippos
Now,
don't
this
have
was on a
hands.
Tuesday, which was good because rye bread was always fresh on Tuesday. They
They
made sourdough bread on Monday and threw it out Wednesday. Or rather, they
Oh my
sold
God,
it
can
at
you
a
fucking
discount for
imagine
people
that?
wanting to feed the ducks, and then probably at the
Why?
end of the day, finally, they threw it all out. I don't recall. I do remember a man who would bring his son to the bakery every Wednesday and then go feed the ducks. He would buy all of the sourdough bread. Of course, you know, you're not supposed to feed the ducks sourdough bread at all. It swells up in their stomach and then they all die. At least that's what I've heard. You know, I never saw any ducks die myself, but I did notice a substantial decrease in the duck population over the course of a few years. I just never thought to stop the man and tell him that he was killing the ducks by feeding them sourdough bread. And if you want my opinion on the matter, and I told
one
Orville
more
this as
time.
well,
Are you kidding
if you want to
me?
feed ducks or birds or any kind for that matter,
Holy shit,
it's best to buy seed. I mean, when you think about it,
You can't
breads of
skip
any
this
sort
once
don't
it
occur in
happens.
nature. They don't grow on trees or spring up from the bushes. I don't think birds know what to do with
Holy
bread.
shit, I
What
didn't
was I
know.
saying? Oh, yes. So I bought
No,
Orville
just
some rye
please
bread.
look it up
What a fine
online
day it was.
yourself. Also, just kind of the fact that he's basically talking to a dead body. Oh my God. Okay, you look it up online yourself. I'm sorry, but I cannot handle that much, especially that it's unskippable once you get into it. Okay, BRB. Okay, we're back. So legit. So you're saying, yeah, try to frog. Oh, no. Keep her in place. So I guess we'll just have to wait for this one. See which one she goes down and then open the appropriate one.
He promised them to detonate.
Oh crap, no, you got it. Over here. Hey, up here! Come get me!
Move over, Freddy Fazbear. Happy Frog is the new star of the show.
Yeah, see, Frog is completely fine. Frog is just Frog. Frog is just Frog! But you're only mediocre, bastard. Mediocre melodies. What about him? So it's the easiest way to get him in here. I guess just wait. It's probably pretty fast. Where are you going?
Now I will tell you a story.
Uh-oh, how unfortunate. Uh-oh, how unfortunate. I'm gonna do a sneaky thing and throw a new contender in the ring.
Yar, me bird likes you, so I'll do ye a favor.
Oh. You continue arenas. Gotta go soon. Okay. Hey, I'm here!
Now is my time to shine.
Yeah, see, that's just that. So... Oh, jeez. I'll be right back. Well, I was kind of planning this to be a pretty quick stream. Here, let's go with old medium. Well, to be completely honest, I actually legitimately feel like doing another Mr. Hippo, maybe. I mean, like, maybe? Okay, we'll end this stream with one last Mr. Hippo dialogue. Like, this is definitely the meme of FNAF now. Mr. Hippo is definitely gonna become, like, a humongous meme. Hey, I'm here. Hey, come here, get me. Hey.
Ah, it seems that you have met your end. Ah, what a pity. You know, I don't feel too bad about it, though. After all, if it weren't me, it would have just been one of the others, I guess. I'm honestly just glad to be out of those air ducts. You know, it's not easy for a hippopotamus to fit up there.
It might be.
Not easy to get down either. And Not as young as I used to be, as you can see. I used to be able to do all the sorts of things. You're young, you're vibrant, you have that sort of pep in your step. It reminds me of a conversation I was having
God
with one of my
damn it.
good friends, Orville. We were having a nice picnic one day. I believe it was summer. No, perhaps it was... Was it the fall? Yes. It was the fall because the leaves had turned already. But I said to Orville, I says, Orville, I have a story to tell you. And Orville looked at me, kind of odd and said, well, what's it about? I said to him, not every story has to be about something, Orville. Sometimes a person just wants to talk. Why does everything have to be a story?
Hi.
I said to him. He just
I'm
looked at me
live
and he
streaming.
said, well, you
Please
said
go
you
away.
had a story. And, he was quite right. I did, in fact. I told him I
But I
had a
went to
story.
bed for a
I
while.
suppose if a person just wants to talk, then it's best to not announce that you're telling a story. Telling a story does come with its own pressures and expectations, I suppose. After all, if you're just talking to a friend, then there's no more expectations than if you were talking into the wind. Words by themselves aren't expected to carry, aren't expected to stick. But if you announce you're telling a story, well then, there'd better be a point to it all, No one wants to sit and listen to someone ramble on and on and on with absolutely no end in sight. So, it's good to be mindful that when you tell someone that you're about to tell a story, that you have something to say. Telling someone that you're going to tell them a story is tantamount to asking them to stop what they're doing and pay attention. You're basically saying, hey, buddy, stop everything. Stop what you're thinking. I have a solution to everything. And, well, I didn't really have any story to tell. In hindsight, I probably just misspoke when I said that I had a story. I think it would have just been better to tell Orville that I wanted to tell him something rather than tell him that I had a story. But even then, it might have put too much importance on the whole thing. Either way, it was quite a nice day. I remember that we were drinking tea.
Some random details in. I remember we were drinking tea, Okay, that's the end of the stream. Okay.